Hi Sagittarius, this is going to be your timeless love reading and I hope you get some clarity and guidance from it. So Saggy, let's get stuck in. Let's see what's going on between you and your person. Let's see what action your person is planning on taking towards you at this time. What's on their mind, in their heart? What could they possibly be doing in action? Okay, how are they going to come towards you? Are they planning on coming towards you in some sort of way? Okay, Spirit, what does Sagittarius' person want them to know right now? Okay, Saggy, first up we have got the Nine of Pentacles, Earth energy, Taurus, Virgo and Capricorn. Some of you could be dealing with Earth signs, but you really could be dealing with any sign at all. The Ace of Pentacles, Earth energy again, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. Again, you could be dealing with one of those, but you really could be dealing with any sign. The Two of Wands, fire energy, Aries, Leo and Sagittarius. Some of you could be dealing with another Sagittarius, an Aries and Leo. Bottom of the deck, the Three of Cups, water energy, Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. You could be dealing with a water sign, but you really could be dealing with any sign at all. Sag, you got somebody heavily thinking about a reunion, okay? A reunion. I feel like you're on this person's mind a lot, okay? And it's somebody who reminisces about the past. I feel like you did have quite a significant, heartfelt, relationship with them in the past in some sort of way. It was full of... And I feel like you look back on the period of time with this person as very significant to you, and I feel like it's just full of good memories. I'm not particularly getting that you have a conflictious past with them, that there was any drama or anything like that made this connection sort of disappear. That's the word coming to mind. It's like no drama caused the disconnect, okay? And I feel like you look back on the time with this person, you look back at this person with nothing but good love and good memories, and you reminisce on the past as well with them. I feel like you had a really good time with them. It was full of love and just good energy. There was no drama or anything like that. So I don't particularly feel like you had a falling out, that there was any arguments or anything like that. In fact, I don't particularly feel like you ever had an argument with them. I feel like it was just always a good time, and it was fun, it was loving, and there was a great deal of love and harmony between the both of you. Okay, you could have been in the same circle of friends, take it as it resonates, and it was like a friend group or something like that, but the two of you had something special, okay? The two of you had your own special bond, and there was definitely a mutual love that went beyond friendship, and this person was definitely very special to you, and vice versa, okay? You were the most important person to them at the time, and I feel like you are still very important to them. I feel like you are still the most important, person to them even now. And I feel you could be at a physical distance from them. You might not live in the same area. This person, in order for you to be together physically, this person might have to, travel overseas maybe for some of you, or maybe there's a lake or something in between where the both of you live, some sort of body of water separating you. Take it as it resonates, won't be for everyone. This is a general reading, by the way. It's for a collective, so be sure to take whatever resonates, leave what doesn't. And I offer personal readings as well, so you can check out the description if you're interested in one of those. But this person is thinking about the past, and I feel like they were always in love with you. I feel like you definitely have their heart, and it's they want to be with you. I feel like there's nobody else that they are in love with, or that they think that they'll ever be in love with, because they are in love with you. They are in love with you. They always have been since, the day you met. And it's never been anybody else. There's never been anybody else, and I'm hearing it's never going to be anybody else but Sagittarius, you know. It's only ever going to be you, you know. They only hold a candle for you. You have their heart, okay? You have their heart, and they're just thinking about that amazing time with you when you were in their life, and how just incredible it was, and all the good memories they have, and how they'll never love anybody else as much as you. So it's like they're thinking about, how could I reconnect with Sagittarius? How could I, you know, bring Sagittarius back into my life? What would that entail? How would I do it? So it's like they have all that in their mind right now. They're going through the practical aspects of it. Like, how would this actually be possible? You know, they're kind of planning it out in that kind of a way, in a practical way. Like, realistically, how could this work? How will it work? But like, they're putting like really like deep thought and energy into that, and it's something that they really want to happen, okay? They really want to like reconnect with you, and they really want a new beginning with you, and they really want to start over. And it's like they want to tell you that they've always had these like deep feelings for you, that they've always like loved you, and they'd love to, you know, kind of start a relationship. They'd love to start a relationship. There's a slight element here as well of like you being like unattainable, but that could be part of that, could be because you're at a distance. And like I said, they're looking at this from a practical viewpoint about how to make it work. So they're kind of like, is it realistic? Could it actually happen? But like, their soul and their heart really want it to, and it's like, because of that, because they really want it to happen, and it's coming from a true place, you know. The practical elements don't really matter. Like, they'll make it work, you know, because they really want it to work. Okay, with this Three of Cups, you know, their heart is totally in this, and you know, that will override any kind of circumstance, you know, any kind of quote unquote unrealistic circumstance, like logistical or whatever. I feel like it's mostly just logistics separating the both of you. But like, part of that still is like on their mind, like, could it work? Like, but yeah, of course it could. Like, I love Sagittarius, and that's all that matters. Like, we could so make this work. You know, they are seeing like realistic points of how it could work as well. So it's definitely possible. But it's like, even if it was the most unrealistic thing in the world, they'd still find a way to make it work. You know, that's how much they are in this and how much they want this. You know, they want this so badly. But they're also looking at you like, is Sagittarius single? You know, how am I supposed to approach Sagittarius and tell them I want to reconnect, and tell them I've always like had feelings for them, and that I want to, you know, to ask them out? If I were to ask them out, like, how would that go down? You know, is Sagittarius even available? You know, is Sagittarius even interested in me? Like, they see you as somebody very independent, and somebody who, you know, they have a lot of respect for you. I feel like you have a lot of respect for yourself, as you should. But they see you, like, they have you on a pedestal, okay? And it's kind of like, would Sagittarius want this with me? You know, that is kind of on their mind as well. Because there's something independent about you. Take it as it resonates, Sag. Like, they see you as somebody quite independent in some way. But I also feel like a lot of it is, it's just them thinking that maybe you're connected, maybe you're in a relationship or another connection with somebody. Maybe you're like really happy. Like maybe you even have a family and stuff like that, as how they're looking at it, and that you wouldn't even you wouldn't be bothered with reconnecting with somebody from your past. That's kind of what this Nine of Pentacles is as well. You know, would you even be interested? Do you even think about them anymore? Like, are they just somebody in your past that you haven't thought about in years? You know, they are thinking about that. Like I said, they are looking at this from a realistic view. They're going through all of that realistic stuff. They could be an earth sign. They don't have to be. But they really want to come forward with this Ace of Pentacles. You know, I feel like I said, they're going through, like, practically how can I approach Sag. But I feel like they're going to come up with quite a great, like, idea with this Ace of Pentacles. Like, something quite foolproof and something very tangible and something very possible. You know, they are going to reach out. I feel that strongly. I do feel that strongly. And I feel like they will come up with this perfect idea. Like, it will work. Like, it will be able to work. You know, when they approach you with this idea, you're going to realise, yeah, it actually can work. You know, they're going to, like, pull an absolute showstopper of an idea. You know, and you're going to be, like, there's going to be a sense of relief from you, or, like, a sense of, like, wow, like, you're so smart, like, for coming up with this plan. But it's their love for you. Their love for you will come up with this plan. You know, it's because they want it with you so much that anything is possible. Like, anything is possible if you want it enough. And that's the basis of this reading here. They do want it enough. They want it so much, okay? And they are going to approach you either way. They are going to approach you with this idea either way. You know, regardless if you're attached or not even thinking about them, not even thinking about the past, they're still going to approach you with this, I feel. Because I am seeing a reunion. This three of Cups. Saggy, I'm going to pull some messages now. I'm going to take a look into what your person might want to say to you. Okay, Spirit, what does Sagittarius' person want them to know? And you might get a shock when they do reach out, you know, because if they've been on your mind, which they clearly are because they're showing up in your energy, in your reading, I feel like you're thinking that they don't think about you, or they don't think about the past, you know, that they don't look back on what you had. You know, maybe they've moved on. I feel like that's how you're looking at them as well. That have they moved on, or maybe they are even married, or, you know, maybe they have kids, like they have a life of their own. They're not going to be thinking about the past with me, but they are. They are. You are perfect. You are perfect, or what we had was perfect as well. So I'm hearing that. I dream about you constantly. I am determined to win you back. I hate the way things are between us. And my other deck now, deck number 2, Spirit, what else does Sagittarius' person want them to know? It's upside down. I think about you all day, every day. I brought out the worst in you. Take it as it resonates. Could be very specific. They mean nothing to me. Something else quite specific. Take it as it resonates. Won't be for everybody. And bottom of the deck, you are my light. Sagittarius, I hope you got something from that reading, and if you have, please remember to like and subscribe, and I hope to see you back here very soon. Thank you so much for watching.